heartily welcome to Cinema4Screen. Today we have a very good director and a wonderful person with us, Shrutismriti Changkakoti. She is the director of Before Spring. So let's proceed our interview.
Hi Shruti, how are you?
Hi,
And
I'm fine. Thank you. How are you?
good, great. Actually, congratulations for your film Before Spring. So let's talk about your film. When we have spoken about the film and all, you are actually into the post production now. So if you can just talk about Before Spring, how it started, then we will ask you the series of questions. Sarah.
This Before Spring is my debut feature film. Um, it all started in 2019. I wrote my script at the time after just finishing my master's in sociology from Madras University. Uh, Interesting part is when I was actually practicing filmmaking before 2019, in 2016 and 15. During that time, I didn't have that courage to attempt for a feature film. But when I kind of shifted myself to other side of to other side like I studied sociology, as I told you. When I was uh, preparing for my examination for sociology, I used to think of making films that time. So it's always like this. So after finishing my sociology, I started to write whatever came up to my mind, but I was not very clear about what to uh, put through as my first feature film. Uh, then I asked myself, what should be the topic, what should be the first step if I want to put forth as my first experimental feature film. It simply, I was gravitated to my nostalgia, to my childhood memories, and I started to pick up all those vivid memories of childhood and started just writing it out. And it all started like this. The script of Before Spring, the story, it all comes from my childhood memories, my observation, and all those beautiful, time that I have spent in my village, North Guwahati. Uh, yeah. So after writing the script, everything fallen into place. Yes, I had to go through a lot of challenges and hurdles, but hurdles are part of life. So yeah, like that.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you have decided on the storyline, right? There are,
Yes.
and because I know that you are a good writer yourself, right? You write pretty well, so you are absolutely a lot of ideas which comes through your mind. Fine. So choosing one script, believing on it, like कि नहीं, we have to make it on this one, because that's the dilemma which always the filmmaker face for the first time, or whenever he or she tries to make the film. So which script or which story to choose, that is something which is always it's a biggest task. So for you, if you can just tell, or if you can just suggest the filmmakers how to take their first script, how to choose their first script.
Yeah. Um, Before choosing my first script, I, I mean, I had lot of ideas, a lot, because it's very usual and very normal to have a lot of ideas and lot of topics in mind and some topics really interest us, and some topics really fascinate us so much that we immediately want to move on, to the next step. But yes, I also had a different topic in my mind, but I, chose my childhood memories, my childhood stories over other ideas, because I felt I wanted to be very clear, and I wanted to make it very simple, because it's going to be my first film. I thought like that. So and feature film, handling feature film is not so easy. I wanted to attempt into something which was very much closer to me, which was very much um, personally connected to me. Uh, and when I shared my ideas to my partner Jayant, he was full in support of the idea that I should go, I should go ahead with the story I have in my mind, my childhood stories. And when I shared with my father, my late father, he also um, supported me. He said, yes, okay, come along, we'll go to our village, we'll visit our village again, and we'll figure it out. So yeah, when the family members come along and show so much of encouragement and support, then one can definitely go ahead with it. So I wanted to attempt to my to the stories that is closer to my heart. That's the simple reason why I chose my personal stories over any other story.
So, if you can just share a little bit of the about your film, like what is this? If you can just give us a hint of the story and all.
Yeah. Basically, before spring, this film doesn't have any particular starting point, middle, and end point. Uh, this film explores basically three different characters of from different ages, and um, the film explores their everyday dilemmas, their challenges in life, and how they overcome everything, and how they move ahead in their life and accept the realities. Um, and while exploring these three characters, I have also touched upon the social issues, that are that are that we usually can usually see in village or in any place. Uh, so yeah, like these are all slices of life in people from different backgrounds in the village. They explore their day-to-day life, but it's not that it doesn't have a proper story. While exploring these three characters, I have connected them in such a way so that we find our personal connection to them, and we find some kind of uh, uh, you know we find a proper guide. I mean it's not that this doesn't have a story. We will definitely come to the end. We'll definitely come to the end, and we'll realize that these three characters are actually um, you know connecting to create a story itself. Yeah, that's what.
Okay, so you shot the film in Assam.
Yeah, I have shot this film in Assam, in my native village. It's called North
Where's that?
Guwahati.
Okay,
North
not
Guwahati, which is located on the north side of the river Brahmaputra.
Okay.
and the south part is Guwahati, the main city. North Guwahati is very silent, very calm, and infrastructurally, it's not that up to the mark. But on the other hand, the South Guwahati is the main city. It's always like the people from North Guwahati, they look up to the other side from a different perspective, and people from South Guwahati, they'll you know look up to the people of North Guwahati from a different perspective. So for a village person, South Guwahati, the main city, is always hub of livelihood, and and like and something like a dream city for a person from the village North Guwahati. The South Guwahati is like that, and for the city dwellers, North Guwahati is very calm. They will be always jealous of of the lives of the people of North Guwahati. It's like that. So we can see two different perspectives, and I
Okay.
am somewhere. I am in the middle. I have seen both the lives, both the journeys I have crossed by far. Yeah, from my perspective, I have tried to make a film actually.
Okay. So, and how many days it took to shoot the complete film?
We shot for 19 days.
19 days.
19 days we shot the film, and it was quite a very beautiful journey actually. The energy was really very fresh, and we had camped there in North Guwahati, and everybody, like people, the village people, the family members, the cast and crew, everyone, we joined together. It was not like it was not something hierarchical setup of work. The energy was really very very different there.
Okay. So, Shruti, let's talk about like yourself. Uh, how you decided to come into the films? If you can tell us your journey, like from where you started. Now you said you are in Chennai. So, if you can just tell your journey about it.
I was very much interested into theaters and plays, dance, dramas, etc. And my father used to be very supportive. My father was a very supportive partner to my mother, and he was a very supportive father to us, to both his daughters. Um, I kind of decided to um, pursue theater direction, but later I was so much into movies. Like I used to watch a lot of world movies, and that's how I grew my interest into the world of cinema. So I was so fascinated by the visual medium. My father would always support me. He asked me to even join film school. Uh, what happened? I came to Mumbai. I went to Mumbai in 2011, and I joined a short-term course of cinematography from Zima Institute of Media and Arts. Uh, Even though I was into cinematography, um, I really wanted to pursue something else. Actually, I wanted to tell my story. I was more interested in direction actually. So later in my
Then why
life,
you did cinematography? But you
cinematography,
did.
I thought probably a technical knowledge would help me.
Okay.
But I found myself, I found my ways later on that let this technical side take a backseat and let me pursue my interest, writing and direction. But yeah, it's always very good to have a technical knowledge. Uh, so yeah, like after that, I started to assist in ad films and a few feature films. But I was not very happy with my assisting life. I always wanted to tell my stories. I always used to dream actually. When I was sleeping also, I used to suddenly some days I would wake up and write my own story. So I was waiting for the day, waiting for the moment when I could actually uh, step into the world where my stories are running, kind of thing. Like, but yeah, like it's not so easy. Uh, I started to write short films, and kind of I practiced filmmaking uh, by making my own films. I actually made uh, 3 short films and 2 documentaries. I think these these short films and documentary films are the stepping stones to making the feature film. But yeah, like still we all are learning. This is the first step of making the feature film, and I see a lot of flaws in my work. Uh, every time, I think for everyone, for every filmmaker, they would definitely find their flaws, mistakes in their work, and they would, uh, you know, unlearn it and try to do something else. This sometimes it's like flaws are part of life also. As of for me,
Absolutely.
these are flaws, but for someone else, those are
Making
beauty.
the short films were quite helpful to you because that's according to you it's the stepping stone to do something big. So what do you suggest to the upcoming filmmakers or the students who are into the filmmaking and all? uh, According to you, if you can just suggest like about the short films, how important is for them, because there's no market for short films in India, so it's very difficult to get the finances. Then again, there's no way where they can sell it as well. So
Hmm.
there's very few platforms. Yeah. So if you can just share your thought on that.
The reason why I wanted to make short films is to practice filmmaking. Uh, it could be a film, like short films. It could be a documentary film, fiction or not non-fiction, anything. It could be a small Instagram video also in today's time.
Right.
But we should always keep shooting something. This is how our practice will be there. Our practice of filmmaking will be there, and it's very
True.
important to keep in practice. Secondly, as you asked me, the market for the short films and why it's important to make short films, right?
Right.
Yeah. Um, yeah. Again, uh, when I started to make my first film, like short film, I didn't think of the market. I first
True.
wanted to, you know, um, I really wanted to pursue my desire, first of all, how creatively I could do something, how, as I already told you, it's also the practice. And then I sent short films and documentaries to film festivals. So when we go to film festivals, we meet thousands of people who are into filmmaking, into film market
True.
and distribution. And so film festivals are, the place, where people like us, the independent filmmakers like us, we can first, we can make the first attempt of, showcasing our film. We can explore that market. And what happens, I have seen for every film, there is a market. For every filmmaker, there are audience. In film festivals, we meet a lot of programmers and curators. So we have to keep, asking them. We have to keep mailing them and connecting. We have to keep making network to those programmers and curators. Sometimes they reply, sometimes they don't reply. If they reply, means somewhere or the other they are connected, they're liking your film, they're interested. So like that, you will find a way. The filmmaker will find a way, where the film can go to the next destination. And every film has its own life. Every film has its own duration and temperament. So we have to wait for it. And once the festival travels are over, then the filmmaker has to think of releasing the film, either in the theater or in the digital platform. So nowadays there are thousands of digital platforms, and one can really choose their own digital platform. And for that also, a good network is very much important.
That's good. That because sometimes the new filmmakers they think that "Ki why to make a short films, and also let's try for the feature itself." So good that you said they should always try their hand in short filmmakings, because you yourself said that you made 3 short films and 2 documentaries. So after that you managed to make your first film. So that's a great thing. Okay, so coming back to your film, let's talk about like being a first time about the cast and crew, right? Like we have heard from other filmmakers that if you're making it for the first feature, there are some difficulties which you face with the actors as well. So like how to direct them. Sometimes they think, "Yare, ye to pehli film hai. Why should I listen to them?" So that kind of thing. So how you tackled that thing?
Very few professional actors, and rest are mostly from my village only. They are non-actors, and
Okay.
most of the non-actors are actually playing out their real life role. Like if in Before Spring, we have boat drivers. So I have asked those boat drivers only to act out. It's like they're playing out their own daily life. And professional actors, I had 6 professional actors, and they are my friends only. And interestingly, they all have come together, both professional and non-actors, and they had exchanged their ideas together, and they collaborated in such a way as if you know as if as if kind of they were building uh, a connection for the first time. The professional actors, they didn't show any tantrums. They actually wanted to learn the daily life of the people of daily lives of the people of the village. So they walked into the village. They talked to the villagers. I'm talking about the professional actors. They learned the nuances, uh, the behavioral, um, gestures, the dialect, everything they learned, everything they kind of observed, and they tried to learn from them, from the non-actors actually, because I wanted everyone to play out the characters only. I wanted them to look like the characters. Uh, um, I really wanted to have a very naturalistic approach in my film,
So
because when I observed, and when I was a small girl, when I saw all these people, I uh, I didn't see them, I didn't kind of see them acting in their life. Acting means I didn't see them acting in a melodramatic way. They were, I saw them as they are,
true.
to put it simply. And I wanted to see them, the character, I wanted to see all my actors in the same way, so that I can revisit my memory lane. Yeah, so handling actors, if I have to tell about, it's also contribution also comes from the actors actually. They had really helped me uh, they had really helped me to create those characters.
I think that's become more difficult when you work with non-actors, right? So you're as
Yeah,
so
sometimes.
it's the, I think, yeah. So the whole credit actually goes to the director and it's you. So taking out acting from the non-actors and you made the film. I think brilliant job, Shruti.
Non-actors, I want to mention about, yeah, sometimes non-actors, what happens? They are not used to the typical film setup. Uh,
True.
the thing is, we had to, as a film crew, we had to actually keep a schedule according to their timing. So yeah, like that, it happened, and everyone contributed. They also understood that that something is going on. Uh, Somebody is shooting, and uh, somebody wants to tell something. So they also understood that they should come forward and they should help actually. So I was lucky
Absolutely.
enough on that front. Yeah.
So now let's talk about your crew members, like the
Pardon?
main person, your crew members. So your
Hmm.
DOP, the editors, where you did the sound, the whole post productions and all. So if you can little bit talk on those things and how you managed to, because you shot it in Guwahati, you are from Guwahati. So how you managed to complete the whole process in that way?
So like my immediate crew member is my husband only, Jayan. He is the co-producer and cinematographer of the film. He is a
Okay.
professional cinematographer actually,
Right.
and I first discussed my whole story, whole idea, all plans with him only, and then we once my cinematographer is ready, the half of the work becomes really easier. I could share the story, and he could really share his vision. Actually, I only discussed the story and the characters, and Jayant actually uh, decided the whole look of the film. Yeah, we of course we discussed a few technical things and ideas, but Jayant is from Tamil Nadu, I am from Assam, so it was also really a different kind of a beautiful blending actually to see from his perspective how he observed my village. Then the sound designer, all the sound crew members I hired from Guwahati only. My cousin brother, he is a well-known sound designer. He only helped me to, you know, get all other uh, sound guys. Like they are like my brothers. We did live location, sync sound, and
Okay.
yeah, yeah. And then post production we did in Chennai. The editor of the film is Abhishekta Kaila. She is Jayan's junior from SRFTI. They are the alumni of SRFTI, and she's based in Chennai. And music, the background music is done by Jerry Sylvester Vincent. He is based in Chennai only. He used to be A. Rahman's assistant musician. He has played in many,
Yeah.
movies. Yeah, and sound designing part has been done by Kalesh. Kalesh is again Giants Junior from SRFTI. He is based in Kochi. So we all assembled together, and we all were very new. I think. I mean, in the sense, Giant has experience of making a lot of feature films, but we all other members are new in terms of this was our first debut feature film. So the excitement was there, and we all were on our toes. And then DI has been done by Tarun. Tarun is from Chennai only. He is again, this film is his first film. So this film is debut film for many of us. Yeah.
So, what's your future plan with the film? Like, you are there in Mami. Yeah, it's a. Sorry, I missed your. I couldn't because I there's some commitments and all. That's the reason I missed out on the on that the screening day.
Yes,
I would
yes.
love to see that. Yeah. So, what's your future plan with that? With your film
Yeah.
before spring?
So before spring has just started its journey with Mami, the Geo Mami Mumbai Film Festival. We had the world premiere there this October, and I'm sending this film to many other festivals also. We want some international, like outside India, screenings as well, from US, Europe, and other Asian countries. So let's see what happens. I'm sending it out, and also trying to connect a few of the curators and programmers. Yeah, and after traveling through the festivals, we have to think of releasing the films by next year,
Okay,
down the next year.
Shruti, so now you tell me what is your future plan? We have heard about the future plans of your film before spring. So now, you being a filmmaker, you have released this film. Uh, so what is next for you?
So, being a filmmaker is not so easy job. Um, in today's time, if I want, like in today's time, yeah, this is a good time for filmmakers. I mean, digitally, but also if I keep on want to tell my own stories, if I always want to make independently, then it's going to be a little tougher for me. Um, I I want to become. I want to continue my journey as a filmmaker only. After before spring, I have plans to uh, make other uh, films. I don't know whether it's going to be a feature film again or a short film or a documentary film. But yeah, I will keep making films. That's sure. And in today's time, we have a lot of platforms digitally. So we have to be a little smart also to, in the sense we have to find our own audience and make use of it.
So let's talk about again coming back to your film. What is exactly the see one thing which is we need to understand that you have made a film. So for the revenue aspects and all those things, so what kind of platform you're looking at? Are you going to release it over the theaters or in the multiplexes, or how? Like international distribution, you're doing it, or you're approaching any for the digital rights or OTT platform? Like, what is your plan on?
Um, Theatrical release would be a little difficult here in Assam, because in Assam the industry is very small, and I don't think I'll get back uh, my revenue, uh, from releasing the films in Assam. But definitely, yes, OTT is going to be one source of kind of one source that I can think of uh, releasing the film. Um, I will look for a few of the national OTT platforms, and also regional OTT platforms. Let's see what happens. But yeah, finally, this film, I can see this film can only be sold it to OTT, because, as I told you, I will not get that market in Assam for this film. For yeah.
Okay. So, okay, one sec. If I'm just missing out something. Yeah. So, ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So, if you can talk about some challenges, like what kind of challenges you face to make this film, because I'm sure that there would be a lot of difficulties which came along, right? So, if you can just talk about that and how you overcome all these things. So,
The first thing, if we have the mind to start something and finish something, uh, if that if you are very strong enough, and if you are very firm enough to finish something, the ways will definitely open up. So this is the one thing I have been always applying while making films. Yeah, all the films that I have made, I have faced a lot of hurdles and challenges. Yes, in when it comes to Before Spring, definitely this was my first feature film, and the first challenge was the budget, the economic part. After shooting the film, actually, when we went back to Chennai, I had to take up a job literally to finish the film. And I was like, yes, I see, making money is a different thing. And um, and doing a job to, actually pay for your interest is something different. So yeah, I took up a job, something related to writing only. I served as content writer to one of the leading corporate companies, and yeah, uh, uh, I could make out some money, and I could really finish my film actually. And my the economy was the first challenge. And then all other challenges, like during the films, as we discussed, handling the actors and non-actors, these kind of challenges will be always there, and through challenge only we have to move on. And sometimes challenges are also fun to have, because when we have hurdles and problems, we get motivated. We really get motivated to overcome those challenges. Uh, so yeah, the real problem was economy only to finish the film, and now at this time, I'm at this time the challenge is how to take the film to the wider audience. So that's why I am trying out. Mami. It started in Mami, and I had a really very great experience in Mami because the crowd we get in Mami is always very cinema enthusiastic crowd,
True.
and I got to meet a lot of filmmakers as well as programmers and people related to film marketing as well. So and we had we got to discuss a lot about film marketing and distribution. Um, uh, so yeah, after Mami has really helped me to you know uh, uh, walk to the next step. I am going now. The film will travel to some other film festivals. It also
Right.
because of you know uh, it's also because the film got selected in Mami. So, but then also after traveling to festivals, I have to find out I have to find out the actual means actually how to sell out the film will be the final question. So there only there only the real hurdle will come. I think like which OTT to choose, to whom to approach, and how to finally crack the deal. So yeah, hurdles are there in every stage. After selling the film, even if I make some money from this film, the next dilemma will be what next.
True.
So yeah, so next will be like okay, I have faced all these problems. So next film should be something that I easily I can connect to audience, and easily I can also get back my money. So finally, a
Absolutely.
film should, uh, because we have put in our hard work and everything, sweat and everything. So we go through a lot of pressure. We go through a lot of expectation. Uh, so uh, finally the film has to reach out to the wider audience, and we should also get paid for it. That's very important.
All the best, Shruti, for the film. But the last question, which I can ask you, that is, as you said, Jayant is from SRFTI, and you said that you have done your filmmaking course from Zima. So, my question to you is how important is to learn filmmaking according to you, because we see a lot of kids come to this industry and they don't have any education. They go and assisting it for years, and after that again they go back to their place where they have come from. So what is your idea on this?
Um, m- um, I think the learning skill comes much later. First of all, um, such the most important thing is like how deeply we uh, love something, how deeply we love our passion. We should be passionate enough uh, uh, to uh, pursue our dreams. We should dream about it. The learning part comes next. I mean, the technical learning, the skill, and the craft. And most of the filmmakers, the big filmmakers, if you see, uh, they haven't learned from film school. Many of them. Uh, it's very important for a filmmaker to believe in their passion and to keep honing their passion, how to keep honing the passion. I think for me, reading is very important, and gaining knowledge from through any medium is very important. So this uh, because being a filmmaker, filmmaking and writing and reading, they are so well connected. The more we read, the more we can imagine. I'm talking it from my perspective, from my personal journey. And learning cinema comes next. The more we visualize, the more we can portray something on screen. And some kind of technical knowledge is also important. So going to film school is great. Learning from film school is great, because for example, Jayant is a technician, as well as uh, he's a creative person. He has pursued cinematography from SRFTI. So going to film schools like SRFTI or FTI or any other private institutions can uh, really help them to understand how important, and what is the exact business of filmmaking, what is the exact art of making cinema. Sometimes if we don't go to film school, we if we don't go to film school is also fine. As I said, we can always learn about cinema, but going to institute is like learning or getting training on the skills only, on the technical parts only. After coming out from film school, again it's a new journey. So one has to be very much passionate enough about what they really believe in. Then only we can fulfill our passion, and we have to keep honing that passion. We have to keep continuing. The practice should be always there. If we lose that, if we get detached from the practice of making cinema, I think that time only, we yeah, it's like we cannot always hold the camera and keep practicing, but uh, in some way or the other, we have to keep
Yeah.
connected with cinema, either by
I think,
watching. Yeah, that's what.
yeah, absolutely. I think what you said, reading is something which is very important, and watching good films, definitely. That actually you can learn a lot of things out of it. Shruti, all the best for your film before spring. Uh, we definitely want you to see making more films and all. So do keep in touch with us, and you do let us know if what is the kind of thing which is the response and everything which you're getting it from the international film festivals. So all the best. God bless you, and all the very best for your film. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks a
Thank
lot
you
for
so
joining.
much. I enjoyed talking to you also. Yeah,
Same
thank
here.
you. Thank you so much.